exercises, not just an exercise, but exercises. And we'll have fun. How many are we in the class right now? 5 only? 6? Are you going to include me in the speaking exercise? Okay, everyone stand up. Okay, we'll be doing tapping exercise, so we'll all be grounded and full of energy. So, you know, like they say that the entire universe is composed of energy, and even the chair that you're looking at right now, or the table, or me, I'm not like one solid thing. It's composed of different molecules, and they have energy, and they're all vibrating. So, even the chair has life actually, but we don't see that it's living. So, anyways, activate our energy today. So you just do tapping. Your 2 fingers, just tap on your head. Okay. So this is an exercise that you do if you do psychological first aid. Very familiar with that. If you have patients who have undergone traumas. Yeah. What? Brilliant conscious. We do this. For tapping, yeah. But this is for people who have traumas like rape victims, gun on war, okay? Forehead, okay, forehead. Okay, people who have experienced war. Or for example, when we were hit by Haiyan, everyone was traumatized, correct? Okay. So hit the bro bone. Where are you, Riz? Oh, okay, so I thought you were using your other finger, okay? And then your temple. Okay. Should we? No, just you. Okay, whatever tempo we want to take. Tempo, synonym, tattoo. So this is also our fingers are tattooing on our skin, okay?
It's like a massage.
Yeah, but if you've noticed that your cells has become more alive, you notice it like there's a flow of energy because of the circulation as well. Up your shoulders, so shoulders, shoulder, up my shoulder, okay. Then our arms. What about your chest, guys? And your tummy, your solar plexus, okay? And your legs. Up again. Okay. And we're all done. More life, more energy.
We're now awake.
What?
We're now awake.
Very awake, okay. Now, is that clear? No. We'll practice your tongues, okay? Individually. 1 line each. Okay? Rocking first. First blood. Okay, first blood.
Okay.
You start with the title. Rocket.
The Chaos by what's that?
Knowles.
Chennai. 1870 to 1946.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Okay, don't mind me if I interrupt you when you're pronouncing it wrong, okay? Because the tip the tip when you're teaching English as a second language is whenever you catch a student making a mistake when they're pronouncing a word, you have to immediately catch that mistake. Not for me to wait until you're done. Okay? So forgive me.
Dearest creature in creation.
Creature in creation.
Dearest creature in creation. So next.
And let's study English pronunciation.
I will teach you in my verse.
Sounds like corpse, horse, and horse.
I will keep you saucy, juicy. Susie, busy.
Make your head with heat grow dizzy.
Tear and eye, your dress will tear.
Tear. Yeah, tear. Sorry.
So shall I, oh dear
Just compare heart, beard, and herd.
Guys and direct, Lord and word.
Sword and sword, retain and retain.
Britain.
Retain.
Mind the letter, how it's written.
No, I surely will not play the game. Excuse me, Miss Gian. What's the difference between the latter and later?
Later is mian. Mian.
Latter.
Latter is the last word. The last word. Former and latter. So latter is last word.
Mind the latter.
Mind the latter, how it's written, Britain. So it's pointing you to look at the word Britain. Okay? And how it's written. So you could see that sword and sword, okay? Retain, right? That's the right word. That's the right retain and Britain. The pronunciation is different despite the same spelling. Okay? Those are what you call nuances.
Who's next?
Who's next?
With such words as flat and up,
But be careful how you speak.
Say great and state but bleak. Excellent. Say great and state but bleak and straight.
Cloven, oven, how and low.
Script, receipt, show, form, and so.
hear me say, them without trickery.
Daughter, laughter, and terpsichore.
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 So if
What's
you
the meaning of that word?
well, the meaning of the word terpsichore is like a dancer, but I would want to entertain you all with the story of the Greeks and goddesses of the Roman Empire. Terpsichore was one of the goddesses, and I think she was but she dances gracefully. She was one of the goddess. Yeah.
One of the meanings.
What?
One of the meanings.
Probably abuses. So, but she
Is
was
she a goddess?
a goddess or a
Goddess of
muse,
dance.
but it was about she was doing dance, right? Okay.
Typhoid, missiles, topsails, and ice.
Isles.
Exiles, similes, and reviles.
Scholar, white heart, and cigar.
Solar, the
Mica.
Solar, mica, war and car.
So mica is a mineral. Okay, you use that for makeup.
One animal, Balmoral.
Kitchen, lichen,
Lichen. Lichen. It is a moss or algae.
lichen, kitchen, lichen, laundry, laurel.
Gertrude, German, wind, and mind.
Seeing,
Melpomene.
mankind.
Wait. Okay.
Person, Malcolm.
Okay, this one.
Delay does not rise with value.
Billet.
Delay.
You know what? You were billeted in a hotel, right? Have you heard that? Hay nako, billeted mo. Billeted ako yan na hotel. Diba, waray-waray. Have you heard it? Maybe old people use that. Billeted ako hotel.
What does that
It's like you are staying in the hotel or you're booked in a hotel. Your accommodation is a hotel billet.
It's not silent.
No, that's why see, billet does not rhyme with ballet. Probably for old people, I'm old already, so I hear that from my aunts and grandparents. Saan ka nakabilit yan, ha? Okay, go.
Okay, wallet, ballet, chalet.
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 Chalet, these are the log houses in winter in Switzerland and France. Chalet.
Chalet.
Okay.
Blood and flood are not like food.
Nor is mold like should and would.
Viscous, viscount, load and roll.
Toward, forward, reward.
Broad.
Road.
Or broad. You could say broad. Because broad is the woman. You say broad. Broad. I have another one for you guys.
From that farm, I don't know why it's difficult. Because it's a congregation of different languages.
Well, yeah, because English, if you're going to look at the root of languages, then English comes from French. If you know French, you would know where the English words come from. Because they're a bit similar.
I thought it was German.
Wait,
Something or German.
no, it's more French than German.
What is the right English, British or American English? It's the proper English.
There's no proper English.
But there's a standard
Standard.
so often we use American instead of
British or
British.
It depends. It depends. If you're in Singapore, American will not be a standard because they are a British colony. If you go to Australia and New Zealand, then the standard would probably be British because they're also British colony. We have American English because we were colonized by the Americans. That's why we have a tendency to use the American version of the English language. Okay, let me see. This one, can you read this as a group? Okay. We'll read this all together. You know what chaos means?
It's like war, chaos.
Disorganized. Okay, disorganized. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. The Chaos by Gerard Moss Trinity. Dearest creature in creation, study English pronunciation. I will teach you in my verse sounds like corpse, corpse, horse, and worse. I will keep you Susie busy. Make your head with heat grow busy. Tear in eye, your dress will tear. So shall I, oh hear my prayer. Just to bear heart, beard and herd, dice and diet, Lord and word. Sword and sword, retain and Britain, mind the latter, how it's written. Now I surely will not plague you with such words as plague and agony. How do you pronounce it? Egg? Let's see. How do you pronounce it? And what does it mean? Ague. Ague. What does it mean? Please tell us. Let's see. An old word for illness in which you have a fever, feel cold, and shiver.
So I'm having you.
Kung may daka, ano ba tawag? Flu? May trangkaso ka. Oh, I have the ague. Trangkaso, ano? Trangkaso, ague.
I have patience in here, so I don't think I'm analysis.
Okay, let's go. But be careful how you speak. Say break and sake, but bleak and streak.
Cloven, oven, high and low, script, receipt, show, hold, and toe. Hear me say, devoid of trickery, daughter, laughter, and terpsichore, typhoid, measles, topsails, Ielts, exiles, series, and reviles, scholar, vicar, and cigar, solar, mica, war and far, one, anemone, balmoral, kitchen,
kitchen,
lichen, laundry, laurel, Gertrude, German, wind, and mine, scene, melpomene, mankind. Billet does not rhyme with ballet, bouquet, wallet, mallet, chalet. Blood and flood are not like food, nor is mold like should and would. Vistus, viscount, load and road, toward, to forward, to reward. I think I have a picture of a chalet here. Chalet. Oui?
Are you having it?
So this one at the back is like a chalet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have a
Chalet.
Where
Where am I? Did you find me there?
Wow, I
You didn't
saw
find
Where's the
me.
bunch
the one on the right side.
Okay. So let's read this. So that's a chalet. You usually find it in winter countries like France, Switzerland. That's what they call their wooden houses there. Log houses if you're in the States. Next one. Number 1, we're starting from whom? Regine.
The bandage was wound around the wound around the
Okay.
The farm was cultivated to produce.
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 Produce. Okay, fruits, vegetables. You call them produce. Okay.
Is that a double word, no?
Produce. Produce is to create something, and then produce are your fruits and vegetables. You could use this word for your speaking exercise. Okay. My produce comes from the market. Okay. Like, what do you like to eat? I like fresh produce. Oh, I like organic produce. Fruits, vegetables. Alubate, kamote, malunggay. Your turn.
The dump was so full that the workers had to refuse more refuse. Had to refuse more
Refuse.
refuse. More refuse.
We must polish the polished furniture shown at the store.
We could leave if you would get the letter.
The soldier decided to desert his tasty dessert in the desert.
Next.
Sorry, it got cut. Okay, I just found this in the internet, so we don't. Oh, okay. At the bottom, sorry. I thought it was cut. Sorry.
Since there is no time like the present, he thought it was time to present. The present is perfect.
A base was painted on the head of the bass drum.
Is
Is
it
it a base?
a bass was painted on the
Bass
head
was
of the
painted on the
bass
bass
drum? Bass is what is a bass? Fish, exactly. Okay, 9.
When shut at, the dog dove into the bushes.
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 I did not object to the object which he showed.
heard that invalid cause of death.
There was a row among the horsemen about who would not row.
Is it a row?
Round.
It's a row. Okay, when you're angry at each other and you're fighting, you should. Yeah, a row. Wait, this is not.
Row.
Let me just. Yeah, so row. If you're fighting, what do you call it? Okay. Are you learning things this afternoon? Okay, number 12. Oh, 13.
They were too close to the door to close it.
The buck does funny things when those are present.
What's a buck?
The male,
Yep.
a seamstress and a sewer fell down in a sewer line. Wait. What's the meaning of the other verse?
Which one?
The first sewer.
Sewer is someone who sue. A seamstress and a sewer. The next one, 16.
To help with that, the farmer thought his son.
Well, pig.
The wind was too strong to wind the sail around the mast.
To wind.
The wind was too strong to wind the sail around the mast.
Upon seeing the tear in her painting, she shed a tear. She shed a tear.
I had to subject the subject to a series of tests.
How can I intimate this to my most intimate friend?
So what are these words called? Heteronyms or homographs. They are words of like spelling but with more than one meaning and sound. When pronounced differently, they are known as heteronyms. Yala. Okay, so we're going to do this one. Okay. Wait lang ha. Wait. I'm moving up. Did you have new words in your vocabulary today?
Chalet. Around. Can you say around? Like it's like fighting. Around.
Okay.
This is my slide.
Okay, so this afternoon, for request of Rocket.
No.
So I just actually prepared this slide for Rocket.
Special.
So you were lucky that we opened up about the topic. If not, you wouldn't have known about this. So we were going to have a discussion about speaking because he was telling me he hasn't tried it before, but apparently that's not the truth. Am I correct? Because you did try it this morning. Anyways, so for speaking, usually the exercise lasts for 11 minutes. Okay? But sometimes, if the speaker and you has built a good rapport, Sometimes he does off record and then you just, chit chat a bit. So that's what happened to me. Anyways, it's composed of 3 parts. You get your part 1 and part 2 and part 3. Okay, you familiar with all this? Have you done one? Done? Not yet. Okay. So the first part is the small talk. Here in IE, there is also a separate discussion and speaking. Okay, but this one was just a brief for Roque because he was going to do his speaking, but he doesn't have any background. So this was just a brief. So of course, just please attend the next speaking lecture. This is just a brief. Anyways, the small talk part is 3 to 4 minutes, and small talk. What do you understand about small talk? What?
Make yourself comfortable.
Introducing yourself,
Just making yourself comfortable.
making you comfortable.
Building your confidence. Changing your heart.
Yeah, building the confidence of the examinee.
Asking how are you feeling?
Okay. Guys, nurses, building rapport. Okay. So, even if it's just 3 to 4 minutes and you are being asked short questions that requires short answers, remember this is a speaking exam. For speaking exam, you have to show off that you know how to use and speak the English language, right? So even if the question is, what's your name?
I would definitely tell that my name is, I'm Rocky. So that's,
Yeah, you could say,
I'll say I'm Rocky, yeah, just what you'll call me, Rocks for short. Something
Yeah,
like that.
but yeah, something like that, okay? The aim here is to speak at least 2 to 3 sentences. Okay, 2 to 3 sentences. And how do you do that? Like, Gina, she was just asking me where I live. So I just said VNG. Okay, what's your band score for that? Right, so I said, where do you live? VNG.
End of convo.
Okay, end of conversation. I think I should start with this first. Let me start with this first. So you get an idea of how you are going to be scored. Okay? So you will be scored differently on